by the time you're using a computer for everything, right? Our audio servers are computers, our video servers are computers, our digital I/O are computers, our RFID readers are computers. So the way we handle that is we have the software that you're referring to is called DrinkMe, and it basically, you take a floor plan as a PDF and you lay out all your ingredients that you want: monitors, projectors, servers, I/O, show control, whatever you want. And that will then configure the entire system. It actually generates the files for individual QuickSilver elements. You combine that with something that we call a vanilla spare. So we keep a certain amount of equipment in-house for configuring systems or tests or for clients or whatever that is. But none of this equipment is configured. They are what we call vanilla parts. So yes, they have certain firmware in them, but they can take on any task. This same device can become a DMX controller, it can become a media server, it can become an audio device. Our clients can keep a minimal amount of spares. They'll, if we have a couple of tiny little computers and something that is about that big and a little bit more powerful, then they'll take one of the ones that's a little bit more powerful with vanilla firmware on it. And then if something fails, they'll plug it in. We remotely access it. We tell it who it is, and then the system will repair itself. So it'll take the control software, it'll take the media, it'll take the control instructions. The IP address is set. So as far as the show controller is concerned, it recognizes that device and it says, hey, you haven't got, this operating software that you need. This is what you need. Hey, you haven't got the media that you need. Here is what you need. And basically the system, we call it assistive self-healing. But you can see how that whole thing works when you have vanilla parts. Writing something like DrinkMe, which allows you to basically get rid of all that design, or vastly reduce, I should say, all of that design effort. Remember, we don't have to worry about power phasing and making sure that things are on the right phase, because there are no physical connections between devices. We have very little, if any, conduit anymore. We have very little, if any, cable. We don't need network cable. All of that stuff is gone. So it becomes a pure IT system with AV extensions that turn it into a vastly more capable AV system than you've ever had before.